السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن والاه. A brief, inshallah ta'ala, reflection and reminder to all of us, inshallah ta'ala, of the beautiful things to do as believing men and women, as we said many times, is to attempt to be always in dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, always. And with that dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, to strive to have our hearts present in that dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That we, in our dhikr of Allah, forget other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even do that deliberately, even if we are unable to do it naturally, spiritually, we do that. We strive to do that, to forget, by forgetting, training to forget other than our consciousness and awareness of Allah Azza wa Jal. Thirdly, in the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, every night, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam also taught us to retire for the night in dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal. And I'm going just to remind you, inshallah ta'ala, of that and myself very briefly. What is one of the most important things to do before we retire to sleep? What is it? Okay. Wudu, yeah, that's very true. Yes, very true. To perform wudu. Not to sleep, preferably, it's not obligatory, but it is highly mustahab. And it is a sunnah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that before we retire to sleep, we are in a state of tahara. So we perform wudu before we sleep. Do that as much as you can every night. You clean your body physically, natawadda. And it has many benefits, we shall talk about perhaps in the future, that Rasulullah mentioned spiritual benefits as well. La haya'a fi din, even if one has entered into an intimate marital relationship and you want to sleep and you didn't have time to perform ghusl, perform wudu before you sleep, at least. And then when you wake before dawn, hopefully, then you perform your ghusl and you perform your salah. That wudu, that washing of the body, leads us to the second thing we must do, as if not more important than the physical wudu. What is it, you think? Reflect on your day. Well, that's good. That's a good start. And then what do you do when you reflect on your day? What's the consequence of that? Something related to tahara, to washing, to cleansing.
Cleanse your heart.
Cleanse your heart, exactly. How do you cleanse your heart first? Exactly. Renew our tawbah every night. Washing physically leads me to think about washing spiritually, to wash my qalb. The first act of washing my qalb is tawbah. Repenting to Allah Azza wa Jal. Asking Allah for forgiveness every night. Renew my tawbah before I sleep. Astaghfiruka Allahumma wa atubu ilayk. And as I ponder about what I have done during the day, and that might lead me to ponder about what I have done during my week or my year or my life, then if I'm sincere about that, the first response is to renew my repentance, my tawbah to Allah Azza wa Jal every night. And so did Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam teach us. Then what what do we do when we retire finally to sleep? After that, in a state of wudu, we sleep on our right side. So is the sunnah. It's not obligatory, but it is the sunnah. And it has many benefits, even physical benefits, that some of you probably know already. We lay on our right side, and then we are in dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal. Of that dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal, briefly, what should we read? Ayatul Kursi, that everyone should memorize. And then we read, preferably also, before that perhaps the last ayah or two of Surah Al-Baqarah. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون. All these are advised by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and both ayat are very, very special and very important spiritually indeed. We read Surah Ayatul Kursi, we read the last ayah or two of Surah Al-Baqarah, and then we read قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الْكَافِرُونَ, and then we read قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ, and then we read قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ, and then we read قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ, and then after that Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah 33 times, and then Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, and try to feel, as we said many times, what you say, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah 33 times, and then Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, greater than my worries, than my pain, than my wealth, than my health, than my power, than my problems, than my family, than the world, then disengage. Allahu Akbar. How many times? 34 times. We do that. And then there are other ad'iyah to say that are very, very beautiful. And I'm going to say one of them only, which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us to close with our dhikr at night, and that should be the last thing we utter, and we don't say any other word after that. There is a spiritual secret behind that. That should be the last word you uttered. And they are, what, who knows? No, you can say all of that before. Many other you say before. This, he said, let it be the last words you utter. No, say that before. No? La. You can say all of that, but that's not necessarily the last thing. That's all good. That's all beautiful. La. That's all good. You say that. Salah al-Nabi, that's all good. You do say that. Okay, it seems that some of us don't know that. He taught specifically, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that these are the last words you should speak when you sleep. Allahumma aslamtu nafsi ilayk, wajjahtu wajhi ilayk, وفوضت أمري إليك وألجأت ظهري إليك رغبة ورهبة إليك لا ملجأ ولا منجى منك إلا إليك آمنت بكتابك الذي أنزلت وبنبيك الذي أرسلت. And you sleep. Beautiful words, beautiful meaning. I pray that all of you and all of us, inshallah ta'ala, memorize that. If some of you don't know, then I promise again to ask the brothers from the office, Jazahumullah, who help with that, right? To write it, inshallah ta'ala, and to send it to you, to your, I guess, respective emails or something like that. Jazakumullah ta'ala khairan. Please try to do that tonight also, and some of that, and let it be your habit. And if we die like that, Allah knows, some people sleep and they never wake. Some people sleep and they never wake. One of my grandmothers died just that way. But it was in the morning after she woke up and so on, and she prayed and then she slept and she never woke up. And if we, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said many times that if we die in such a state, inshallah it is Jannah. على التوحيد وعلى الإخلاص لله سبحانه وتعالى ومحبة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.